Hello everybody, welcome back fellow raiders, divers, and now possibly some survival horror fans to another video. This is your favorite icon, Odd Nomad. Today we're going to be talking about all the new shit in Helldivers 2. The new WW1 Warbond, the new Illuminant enemy, as well as the new mission type related to the new MO against the Illuminant. First we'll talk about the Entreched Division Warbond. We're going to be using these weapons and items against the Illuminant due to the new mission order. This is a World War I themed Warbond with gas related equipment, amazing looking armor to boot for the time period, some new weapons, and surprisingly a new mechanic with its melee weapon. On the first page we have the SMG Flame 34 Stroker, SMG, pause. It comes with 5 mags, a 45 bullet capacity, slower fire rate being 420, being even slower than the two-handed Reprimand or the stun SMG, the Pummeler. But instead of stun, you get higher damage being 130, which is also less than the Pummeler. It comes with a decent amount of recoil, but it feels like you're hitting a nail with a hammer every time you shoot it. It just feels snappy and sounds like it hits really hard. This one comes with an underbarrel flamethrower attachment similar to the 1-2 assault rifle's grenade launcher underbarrel. Making this weapon stand out a lot, and the flamethrower actually does decent damage and is great for crowd control and can even kill flesh mobs pretty easily. Next is a CQC-72 Entrenchment tool, which is a shovel. It can be used for 2 things unlike other melee weapons. You can actually dig trenches. If you're creative, you can already see the possibilities with this. Turret lanes, minefields, and so much more. If they make the digging go a little faster, I would have this with me a lot just to mess around and see what kind of opportunities I could create. Next is the first new armor set, because this Warbond surprisingly comes with 2. CPG 48 Snapper Armor. The World War I style helmet and a decent looking body armor. The passive is game changing though. It is a mix of engineering kits, 2 extra grenades, and fortified's 50% extra damage resistance, dubbing it extra padded and grenader. This may become my most used armor against the automatons. Having the extra thermites along with the damage resistance can make a huge difference with your build. The first armor is medium as the second armor is light. The second armor is called the Commandant, with a second new passive with a mix of fortified's explosion damage resistance, advanced filtration's gas damage resistance, with a pinch of Gunslinger with its less sidearm recoil. I'm sure for those who are more into the gas strike than I will find love for this armor. I just don't really use gas stratagems, but the look of it is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely wonderful suit piece and body plate, but the helmet, it reminds me a lot of the other general type looking helmet we had. Looks fire. Next on the second page we have the new Giga Grenade. It is simply a mega impact. You only get 2, but they do 2,000 damage, which is the same as a thermite. So yes, faster thermites with big explosion radiuses. Woo! This kills titans, harvesters, and pretty much everything moving your way. It's also very comparable to like shooting a ultimatum. Next on the second page we have the new gas Mortar Sentry. Pretty self-explanatory, but combining this with the new armor may be a good move. Having your sentry snipe out and weaken the enemies as you roll in with your firepower to clean them up could make for a deadly combination and tactic. On the last page we have the new P69 Veto Pistol. A medium penetration pistol with rounds reload like a shotgun. It has 105 base damage, which is 5 more than the base pistol, but with a slower fire rate of 750. So a slower, heavy hitting starting pistol with rounds reload. Sounds simple and nice, not much to complain about there. Last but not least, and most exciting for us pyromaniacs, we have the CREMATOR. This is a backpack flamethrower with fuel tanks on the back, 2 barrels instead of 1, with a surprising heavy armor penetration stat. Have you ever seen those players jetpack up to a big enemy to attempt to flame it? Well, with this, you can essentially walk everything down and burn them to a crisp. Harvesters, the new enemies, everything. So I'm assuming Titans and Chargers will also face the same wrath against you when it comes to using this new flamethrower. Arrowhead has answered our prayers, as a lot of us have been calling for further additions to the Illuminate faction. Them compared to the other two factions, their variety of troops and enemies were much more lacking, only having the types of overseers, flesh mobs, harvesters, and voteless, and the occasional stingray. That's literally only 5 enemy types. We were given a new major order to reach a planet and halt the operations on the planet, kill 500 million of the Illuminate on the planet, and make sure we're holding Rurger Bay by the time the order expires. With this, we were also given a new intel report. Novel Illuminate threats have been encountered on CS. Troops reported piloted armored suits on the battlefield, likely created from stolen exosuits blueprints. So yes, the Illuminate have mechs now. The report further reads, the first super destroyers have reached CS. The Illuminate have raised massive spires beneath their ancient ruins, adding for some more Illuminate-specific terrain and the Illuminates on the map. The meteorological phenomenon engulfing the planet appear to originate from these spires have been named the Exospire. We need to destroy as many of them as possible. The Exospire is a giant black hole looking orb that is powered by 3 shield generators, giving it this sort of overshield. We Helldivers are to infiltrate the planet, investigate these new ancient ruins, and destroy 3 generators and then destroy the Exospire, this being a new main objective. Although it is very similar to the Hive World missions where you nuke the nurseries. The new exosuit enemies called Veracitors and Gatekeepers, one that charges you and attempts an overhead slam on you, and one that blasts you with 2 minigun-like plasma turrets on its arms. They don't take too much damage, but they do have an overshield covering the overseer piloting the mech. Take that down and it is easy to kill the pilot, or you can just blow it to smithereens as it has numerous weak spots along its backside. These new enemies are also accompanied by new variants of the Watcher called Obtruders. It is a more offensive type of Watcher that will shoot small blasts at you but tend to be in large groups, and the main method of madness is attempt to overwhelm the Helldiver with sheer number of attacks coming your way. If you don't deal with them quickly or get some distance, you are sure to become squid food. This altogether is a new sub-faction dubbed the Illuminate Appropriators. The main benefit to fighting these enemies is that they are replacements for the flesh mobs and voteless, making this faction feel more different than before and much more varied. Though, I wish it was just to combine everything and give it this Cybersand and Hive World-like feel, where it's just pure chaos, but this is much more difficult than the Cakewalk, which was the Illuminate faction before this update. As of right now, I think that about covers everything new in Helldivers 2 these past couple of days. Arrowhead's pleasing the community at the very least. As I was playing through this current event going on right now, a bunch of the randoms I would get into matches with would take note of the fact that this was more enjoyable and had more groove than with the Illuminate before. Some people believe that this is a better alternative for facing the Illuminate altogether. If you have any questions or have any loadout recommendations, be sure to let me know in the comments below. Be sure to like and subscribe. Feel free to check the links in the description if you're interested in checking out my other socials. Are you enjoying the new Warbond? Are you facing the Illuminate at all? Majority of the players at the time of recording had 60% of players doing other stuff, while the other 40% were fighting against the Illuminate, helping with the mission order, which your go-to weapon against the new enemies. Let's have a discussion in the comments below. I think that about does it for this video. Any like and comment and every moment watched counts and means something to me. Hopefully I'll see you again, you handsome devil viewer you. Cheers.